Which of the movies you look back, which of the performances which you most enjoy that you've given? I mean, I don't know if you watch your movies back, but which of the ones that you... Okay, which ones do you think of with the greatest fondness?
Oh, a lot of them. I mean, it's hard to, because it's like my life. It's like the home movies of my life. I remember where my children were conceived on each location, and where we lived, and where the kids went to school. I remember all sorts of different things when I watch the movies than other people.
So you can't really separate
my life from my work, no.
Yeah. Wow, but that's lovely. It's nice. I mean, it's like having kind of very elaborate, very expensive home movies to look back on. But with Robert Redford in it. Instead of, most of us have got Al Dade, you've got Robert Redford for that one, and you've got Jack Nicholson. Yeah, I remember that. It's when the kid lost a tooth. It was Jack Nicholson. How is, speaking of Jack Nicholson, he's an actor who I just admire. No, one stage, I mean, you made a few movies together, didn't you? You worked together several times.
Twice, yeah.
Twice. Great on-screen performance, chemistry between the two of you, I always thought. What's he like to work with? What are your memories of working with Jack Nicholson?
I just remember laughing all the time. I mean, he's incredibly funny and very witty, and he takes the piss out of everybody. Yeah. But, no, we did Heartburn, and I had just finished Out of Africa. I came home, and I was pregnant while I made Heartburn. I was really, really sick. I look at that movie now, and I think, I'm green. The tint of the film, but I really was green, you know, for a lot of it. But he was so great and so funny.
Yeah, I don't want you to tell tales at school, but of course Jack is he's the kind of fella who, when he works with an attractive woman, he tends to try his luck.
He didn't have a prayer, babe.
For a start, you had morning sickness.
Off men then.
Out of Africa is a tremendous movie. Robert Redford, you know, I know we haven't met Robert like you have, but in real life he's quite unattractive. Is that correct? I believe it's correct.
Oh my God. Do you think so?
No, of course not. He's like impossibly good looking, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. This is Meryl with Robert in Out of Africa, and I'm warning you now, there's a bit of a silly hat involved here.
I wouldn't run. If you do, she'll think you're something good to eat.
Do you have a gun?
She won't like the smell of you.
Shoot it.
She's had breakfast.
Don't. Please shoot her.
No, let's give her a moment.
Oh my God, shoot her. How much closer did you expect to let her come?
A bit. She wanted to see if you'd run. That's how they decide. A lot like people that way.
She almost had me for lunch.
Well, it wasn't her fault, Meredith. She's a lion.
Come on. They don't make them like that anymore.
Those lions were all from California. They were imported.
They were Hollywood lions.
They were brought in from Agora. Yeah.
Is that because they were trained, I guess?
Yeah, they were trained, supposedly. But there was my dear friend Sidney Pollack, who directed that movie, just recently died. And I always told a story about him, which is absolutely true. The last scene we shot in Out of Africa was inside a boma, which is sort of a thorn bush corral. And there were cattle in there. There was one lioness, and there was me. And this lion was tethered because it was so close, they were kind of afraid. And all the crew had to sit up on top of cars. The only person on the ground was me. But no matter what I did, when I whipped this lion, and she would go, you know, she just would not move. She wouldn't do anything. And Sidney was going crazy. He was already out of his mind because this was our last day. We had to get this shot. And he said to the DP, he said, cut the tether. The guy said, what are you talking about? You know, he said, cut the tether. And for the last scene of that movie, when I whipped that lion, she goes, "Arr!" She really ran at me, and I went, and she looked at me like this, and then she ran away. The movie was over, and I got on an airplane and came back to New York.
Wow, but what a fabulous adventure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm so glad I'm here to tell it.